speed, optimal speed, and their speed is very fast. Who's interested in this cure the tumor? Anybody interested in curing the tumor in the brain? Anybody? Which field? Medical? Could be chemistry. New substance, new material. Social sciences. What is social sciences? Example, social sciences? Yeah, economics, education, psychology, natural sciences, physics, chemistry, life sciences, earth sciences, humanities, yeah, philosophy, arts, languages, so on, religion, engineering, of course you know. Also you know. Okay, but mathematics are numbers. Yeah. One of the most important numbers is pi. Amazing, pi. 4,000 years ago, people are trying to, they are obsessed with circle. I'm not sure why humans are obsessed with circle. Right? Circle is not a real object. Did you find when you on the way here a circle? Yeah. What? Or just a drawing or just shapes, but not a real thing. Named circle. But what is pi? Pi is the ratio between circumference and diameter. Yeah, people always. I remember during Archimedes' time, how he want to determine whether the crown of the king is pure gold or not. Those who can answer can go home early and take your lunch early. Yeah. The story is the king, Herod, was suspected that the bar gold that he gave to the goldsmith was not pure. Maybe mixed with silver. So he asked Archimedes to solve the problem. And I ask you to solve this problem. How he solved the problem? Yeah, initially he cannot solve the problem. What happened? He cannot solve the problem. He went to the bathtub and start filling up the water and submerge his body into the bathtub, and the splashing occurs. And he said, "Eureka! What is Eureka? I got it." What he got? And subsequently he was, running from the bathtub naked to the road. I'm not sure about the story because the story came later, 200 years after him. He died. What is he found?
Density.
Yeah, the volume of the splash water. So how to go this? Oh, it's coming? Okay. On the way. I don't remember what I'm on my slide. Okay, back to the story of the... Why he didn't use the pi to calculate the count? Did Archimedes use pi? He used the water, right? He didn't use the pi. Even though he one of them who, calculate the value of pi. Go home and find the answer. Okay, how you calculate this volume? Sorry, I'm hyperactive. You join me? Yeah, the surface area of the sphere equals the surface area of the open cylinder. You can find this. And who found this? Kepler. Kepler. This is about the planetary motion, the law of planetary motion. Okay. All of this equation has what? Pi. Yes. So pi is very important. That's why my nickname is Pi. My father was my grandfather called me Pi. I'm not sure why. Maybe I look like Popeye. Okay, pendulum. Whose formula is this? There's many people who try to study pendulum, like Galileo, Robert Hooke, Christian Regan, and so on. So they can say the time how the pendulum is moved. Yes. So these are the formula. This one is very important equation because it link between algebra, trigonometry, and geometry. Who created this formula?
Either. Yeah.
Either. You know this one. But they say this is the most beautiful equation. This one, e to the I pi plus 1. Yeah. Okay. Euler also an engineer, so he determined the bending of the force like this one by this formula. This one, this is a bell curve, and they say bell curve is the greatest invention in statistics. Who, the one who invented the bell curve? Carl Friedrich Gauss, a Swiss mathematician. Okay, so we have pi here, pi, yeah? Why this normal curve is very important in statistics?
It's error calculation.
Yeah, because it reflects the reality. If I ask you what is your height, yeah, between where? Maybe 5 to 6 feet, maybe. You know feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, or centimeter. Yeah, maybe 150 centimeter to 170 centimeter. And those giant, more than 7 feet, and those dwarf, less than 3 feet, is very few. Yeah, the big one, the big volume, 64%, will be in the middle. Same thing with your student. C student, many. A student, few. Fail student, I don't know. Yeah. This is a very difficult equation. This is what? Who invented this equation? Albert Einstein, relativity equation. Sometimes people don't understand. I also don't understand this equation. Do you? Yeah. And then some people say, Einstein, can you explain your relativity theory? Give a simple analogy. And I say, yeah, very easy. This analogy. If you sit with someone you love, even though you sit long time, you feel very short. And if you sit with someone you hate, Even though very short, you feel long. That's relativity. Very simple, layman. And one day, the wife, I think the wife of Einstein was brought to the telescope, planetarium. And this scientist, the wife asked this scientist who brought her, I'm not sure whether it's Hubble or not, long time ago. So the wife say, what is the purpose of this telescope? Big one. So the scientist says, oh, this is to discover the secret of the universe. This telescope is to discover the secret of the universe. And that wife say, oh, my husband, referring to Einstein, discover the secret of the universe at the back of an envelope. He was scratching some formula at the back of envelope and discover the secret of the universe without using the telescope. Okay, what is this? How you leave the aeroplane? Not you, not you. The air. How the air leave the aeroplane? Oh yeah. You want to go? They say heavier than air. Of course, the airplane is heavier than air, but air can lift them. How? What principle they use? What? Tell me about Bernoulli. Bernoulli principle. It's about pressure and velocity. Low pressure, high velocity. High pressure, low velocity. Very simple. No, this is you. What formula is this? What equation about distribution, diffusion of gas? Fifth, second law. Right? Heat conduction. If you put that on the fire, what happens to your hand? If you put iron on the fire, hot. So the heat moves from the hot to cold or cold to the hot.
Hot to cold.
You're right, because of kinetic energy, right? Okay, what equation explains the heat conduction? Yeah, Fourier. You almost forgot about this, huh? Okay, no problem. And how about electrical flow? You use Ohm law. Ohm law. Okay, very easy. These are the, I want just summary, potential flow, Fick's law. Don't worry, no quizzes today. No quiz. All of you pass, yeah? Okay. Sometimes we can see the design, yeah? See the patterns. This one is triangle. How many possibilities that you can study triangle? A lot of possibilities. This one, this one, this one. We call it fractal, and more to come. Yes. And we can apply to certain things like this one. Can you see the fractal in the tiger? Yeah, you can. And sometimes mathematics can describe the relationship. This one from the one journal say the marital. And the happiness of the marriage is by this equation. So, woman and man. Yeah, wife. This is W is wife. H is husband. Yeah. So you can use mathematics to describe the relationship between wife and this one says that the less interaction between husband and wife is the longer your marriage. Yeah, you need to be like turtle, yeah? Or tortoise. Okay, also mathematics can also describe your love, yeah? Predicting your love. Yes. By published in the journal. This is a woman hormone equation. Yeah. Including those time when a woman has their period time. Yeah. Okay. They want to know the rate of change of emotion. Yeah? You need to see the calculus here. Remember your calculus? Oh, you failed your calculus. Yeah. This is woman hormone. Do you want to see the male hormone? Yes. Because men has testosterone. Yeah? This is a human. Sometimes men, their testosterone can change very rapidly. Yeah. One time they are not interested, the second time they are interested. Yeah. So this guy say, this is Galileo. He say, if I were again beginning my study, I will follow the advice of Plato to start with mathematics. Right? So you have the great foundation. You have the strong foundation in mathematics. Okay, this guy is Henry IV the First. If God grants me a longer life, I will see that no peasant in my kingdom will lack means to have chicken in the pot every Sunday. Good thing? Do you think it is a good thing? Yeah. Yeah. At the time, chicken is very expensive. Huh? Okay, we are now going to technology. This guy, young Bill Gates, a computer on every desk and every home. Have you achieved now?
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody don't have computer?
Yes.
And no. Okay, good. This is Ray Kurzweil, artificial intelligence. He was a mastermind, a master strategist in Google. And the machine and the human intelligence integrating. It took 50 million users. Airplane needs 68 years. Television 22 years. Debit card 12 years. YouTube 4 years. Pokemon 90 days. Pokemon 90 days. 50 million. Yeah, Pokemon. Now more other games. Artificial intelligence, what is it? Computers, this artificial intelligence can mimic the human. They can mimic human being. Do you like this car? Yes. This car doesn't have wheel steering. Steering doesn't have steering. It will move by itself. It will move by itself. No steering. You have a lot of space in front, even you are pseudo driver. Even in Olympic 2020, Japan has promised to bring the athlete without no driver. Yeah, 2020 go to Tokyo. You can see the car without, or the bus without driver. This is a lady, human or robot? Okay. Well, sometimes romance between robot is now emerging. In Japan, they don't like the real woman, the man, so they get the robots because robot never complains or never requests anything. But the issue of ethical issue, marriage between human and robot today, and they're going to put a chip in your brain. Even the Paralympic or those special needs people. Now they can run, yeah? Now they can run because of the intelligence interface. This guy is blind, but he the one who invented these glasses who can tell them, because this glasses has camera, tell him what is in front of him. And also he's a very smart, his chick is very smart. No need for dogs, no need. Fast forward, we need to decode reality. Artificial intelligence. In fact, in medicine, you can slow down the aging. Yeah. I'm not sure who is this. Now they are making artificial brain. You want to be artificial brain in your brain? Yeah. And they say, this guy say we will merge with machine by 2045. Singularity, they consider it. I'm not sure whether it's can be achieved or not. Unlocking creativity, agility, innovation, ability to change is a thing that you're going to move in the future. As a revolution. Of course, here, robotic autonomous transport with artificial intelligence. data is more precious than oil. That's why Google, those who have big data, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, what else? They are the one who now blooming because they got the data. And who gave them the data? Yeah, you are the stupid guy, okay? Including myself. Nowadays, I close my Facebook because several people, hack my Facebook and start to, disturbing my friends, ask for dating and so on. And my wife was angry. Why you are, people this? I'm not me. Someone is using my photos. In fact, one day, this guy through Messenger called message to my wife and say, "Can you give me sexy photos?" My wife was surprised because I never asked. I have seen everything. She was quite smart. She messaged me with WhatsApp and say, "Why do you want my Facebook?" What? I have never asked you some your photo and asking me. So my wife said it's a scam, so I closed my Facebook. Sorry. For my friend here, some of you are on my Facebook. Huh? Okay. Instead of repaying my student loan, I think my diploma didn't work. This is our education system. This cartoon, I have always wondered why you decided to be a dog. I was fooled by the job description. Sometimes you didn't get what you want. Yeah? Okay, so the employer say if we want graduates who prepared, positive, interested, and so on, can apply theory and then speak English. And then these are the future workforce, computational thinking. Have you been taught computational thinking? No. Have you been taught design mindset? Yeah, we engineers have been taught trained as a designer, but why is it important to have design mindset? Is it important to have a design mindset? Yes, because sometimes you design wrongly. As you talk about the things that go wrong. Don't blink the ring. Okay, what happened to this design? They designed this way, but the user are using this way. Why? They didn't ask the worker, those who walk there. Same thing with my wife. Sometimes she cook what she likes. She cook what she likes. And she didn't ask me. When she presented her food on the table, I just staring the food because I don't like it. But she likes the food, so she cooked. So next time she has to ask me what I like to eat. Yes.
Or you could.
Cook myself. Or I cook for her, but I ask her what she likes. These artificial intelligence. These are very frightening, statistics, but I'm not sure it's going to be true or not. Disruption education will be similar to music industry, publisher, newspaper. How many of you are good singer? You. Okay. If you are a good singer, you have a song. You put on the CD. Can you sell your song? No. Why not? Next day will be in YouTube or Netflix. How many of you are reading a newspaper? Maybe mine on Sunday only. No, other days I will be on my handphone. These are the job maybe be obsolete. I'm afraid this one, teacher. Maybe taught by the robot or not. This is my favorite animal, which can be found in my country. Have you been to my country? No, not yet. Okay, many Nepalese in my country. So, this animal is one of the smart primates. The orangutan, the name also Malay, because orang in Malay is people, utan is jungle people. They are very huge, and then they have a bigger brain. In a zoo in Canada, orangutan are very smart. They are training the orangutan to design on iPad. So the orangutan can design. This is in Canada. You had better visit the zoo. In fact, the mother orangutan are training the baby orangutan how to design on iPad. If you don't have iPad, you're worse than orangutan. So I'm just joking. I cannot make that statement. Okay, technology, impact our life. This was my car last time. Had a lower model. Now I sold my Mercedes and now I'm using Lexus. Okay, you can put anything in your car, but sometimes stop dreaming and get work. Because some countries have technology, some don't have technology. Some are producer technology, some are not. Technophobia happening. Sometimes happen to you. Okay, what's wrong with the photos? Yeah, you think the reverse role, yeah? But nowadays, old people also interested in computer, right? Not old, but senior people. Yeah. Politically correct, senior people, not old. What happened here? This is what you afraid of. Wi-Fi very low, hanging, and low back. Yeah. When you have Wi-Fi, you are family because you tell your friends. This is the favorite of our students. When they do assignment, what happens? They do assignment, yeah, cut and paste. Not only now, not only student, the professor also do that. Taking notes. You're not going to do your slide, you just take the photos. But not only the photo, but by photos also. Yeah. Yeah, people are not only divided by ideology, but also technology by Jeffrey Sachs, The End of Poverty, he wrote the book. So technology can facilitate your work, teaching, learning, R&D. But one step forward, technology, two steps backward. Sometimes we have technology, but our teaching is still not efficient. How do you know that your teaching is not efficient? Yeah, most of the students flunk your course. Yeah. They don't understand what the hell you are talking about. Like myself. Yeah. Teacher needs to be creative. Without student lack of problem-solving skill. Maybe this attitude of ourselves toward technology. Because we have two cleaners of the horse barn. Someone say, the guy say, someday robots will do this job. And the guy say, what will we do then? And the other guy say, clean the robots. They still want to do the old jobs, even though technology help them. Is this learning? Just pouring the knowledge to him, and then you regurgitate. Is that learning? No, if that is learning, then you can give this cuckoo bird a degree, Bachelor of Psychology, because cuckoo bird can also give back whatever she hear from you. And I saw the one video that this cuckoo bird can be trained to read the Holy Book, like Quran. The bird can remember a lot of the verses in the Quran. If you are not remembering, for the Muslim, you are worse than the cuckoo bird. How do you prepare this school? This is your school in Nepal? Yes. How many in one school, one class? 50. Wow, large. Yeah, students see this is like prison. Yes. Why students see it's a prison? I'm not sure about your colleague. They left to go to the college?
They do. We have a different system.
Yeah.
Smaller
Because
classes,
yeah.
more interaction.
Great.
Yeah.
And small. Small and sweet. Beautiful.
Small and sweet.
Yeah. But most of the school, they don't like to go. What happened? Because the law of the school and prison are the same. But parents like school. Why parents love school? Why? They want the teacher to be babysit their children, right? If they are very difficult children, they like them to babysit the. Okay. And how the teacher sees the student like this? Very difficult to control. Yeah, very difficult. goal of education, yeah? Not only you got data, information, knowledge, but you have to reach wisdom. That's lacking for our students. Wisdom, they are lacking. They got the knowledge, they got the data, but they are clueless. Clueless, still clueless. Yeah. Knowledge is one thing, virtue is another, by Ram Lee D Mustapha. He was a professor in Cambridge. And Socrates say wisdom begins in wonders. So you wonder first, then you can solve the problem. Yeah? You have to think about the problem. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. What movie is this? Houston, we have a problem. What movie? Yeah, Apollo the 13. What happened? Why these astronauts are calling the Houston? Houston, well, who is Houston? It's not who. Houston is a city where NASA headquarters. What happened to their spacecraft? Yeah, the oxygen blew up. Then they have to move from the big spacecraft to a very little one, like a capsule. Only can accommodate 2%, but they have 3. What happens if you have a 3% in a very small cubicle? Yeah, the problem is your carbon dioxide is more than it's accumulating, and you can be suffocating. And they ingeniously developed an instrument to absorb the carbon dioxide. You want this cup? No, old one. You want this one? Yes. Yeah. Okay, digital age. This is what we learn from our student: effective communicator, responsible citizen, innovative, competent, motivated, well-rounded person. We not only have pedagogy, but Eurogogy, Hautagogy, Pedagogy, Psychology. Hautagogy means they are self-directed, self-independent. Pedagogy, they are teamwork. And Psychology, they are using the computers, digital. These are the teaching apps 2008 you can use for maths, science, language, STEM, and so on. Even the web is moving from 1 to 4. First, web intelligence form, artificial intelligence. This is an example of Siri. You know Siri, iPhone? Yeah. Someone called Siri, are you human? They ask Siri, and Siri said, does it matter? And this guy said, yes. So Siri said, I thought so. And the guy is not Siri satisfied. He said, answer my question, are you human? And Siri said, close enough, I would say. Is it frightening to you? Oh. And someone called Siri, Siri, can you call my boyfriend please? And the Siri said, which boyfriend? Siri has praised the number you frequently call. That's sweet Joshua, Siri says, that's sweet Joshua, is there anything else I can help you with? That guy say, will you marry me? And Siri said, my end user licensing agreement does not cover marriages. You cannot marry Siri because she is just a software. Someone called Siri say, can you murder someone for me? And Siri say, I don't take mental health, I just very close. Yeah, because you are crazy. Law firm hiring this lawyer named Ross. Why they are hiring this robot? Because he can go and search the precedent cases very quickly, not like human. Yeah. This is a robot. But they are robots, you cannot marry them. I fear the day technology will surpass our human interaction, the world will have a generation of idiots. And this Stephen Hawking said, the development of the full artificial intelligence will spell the end of the human race. This is the concern of our scientists, you know, my country also. 20th century curriculum teachers and 21st century learners. They are more advanced than the teacher. Okay, how many of you was born 4664? I'm one of them. I'm the last of baby boomers. What is the characteristic of the baby boomers? They have many children, like myself, 10 children. Okay, good. Second, you are not? You are not? Oh, you are younger. Okay, how about X? How many of you X? 65, 81. How many? Raise your hand. Okay, you are younger than me. Surprise, surprise. Okay, how about Jennifer White? 82, 2001. Wow, you are full of Jennifer White. Okay, very good. Digital 90, how many of you 2002 today? Oh, you still here?
Hello.
Well done. Well done. Okay. This is why. This is why, you know, that high school high school today, you can read all about it on my blog. Why we call you, okay, first, the humans you know, because they are the main children. How about what X? Why we call you X? This one, this one. Two more, three. Oh, three. Why we call you X?
Lost generation.
Yeah, because you are lost generation. And then why we call you Y? Why? Why generation Y?
Why?
Why? Because you wear like this. Why? Oh, you have to say. Why generation? Yeah. But I don't have all the opinions yet. Future learning, innovation. Yes, this is what we need from our students, how they innovate. But sometimes we ask them what innovation, there's like a blind man in the elephant. What is this?
Horse.
Are you sure it's a horse? Frog. Yeah, it could be frog. How come the horse become frog?
Just change the figure.
Perspective, yes. Perspective. This innovation is about perspective. How you look at.
Linear transformation.
Okay, how about this car? Is it car? Yeah, actually the real one is upside down. Then you put it back. Okay, let's see this frog. I like the frog, so a lot of frog videos. You have a software that can trick the frog. Yeah, frog eat the ants. Frog eat the ants. Yeah. Eat the ants. Ah,
my
so
God.
nice. Ah, eat the ant. Ant.
Oh my God.
Wow, very good.
क्या तो सिर
Okay, so creativity is important. This is the definition of creativity. You just rearranging the ideas. Innovation is what you get from the creativity. Is anything improvement is an innovation. Can we call this innovation? Look closely. Okay, can you call this innovation?
No.
To say yes, you want to use it? No. No. So it is a new but not useful. Is not innovation. Okay. Same thing with that. Yeah. Google. Innovation? No, because you are not going to use it. Okay. Innovation is new and useful. How about this one? Innovation. Okay, Paul says, you know, you have to see with many eyes. Okay. The best way to get good ideas, to get lots of ideas, have to change the mindset. Sometimes this happens. You put the cart in front of the horse, you can move, right? Charles Darwin says it's not the strongest of species that survive, nor the most intelligent that survive, is the one that most adaptable to the change. That's the Darwin theory. Good hormone. Why is it important, hormone? Sometimes we need to balance, yeah, to have more human. Example, the dopamine. What is dopamine for? How you create the dopamine? Yeah, when you try to, you know, when you try to, yeah, try to give the best of you. Yeah. For me, now dopamine is up me, yeah, because I try to present the best of me to you. Oxytocin. This hormone This hormone make you more human. Empathy. If somebody is not very good, not very well, or something is poor, you have this sympathy. Why is it important? Sometimes I'm a professor. Yeah, my intelligence is high. I'm claiming that my intelligence is high, but sometimes my students have difficulty of understanding. Like you teach, teaching them physical chemistry, but some of the students cannot understand. Take longer time. When I did my chemistry last time, I love physical chemistry, but I hate organic chemistry. And then one of the problems is that organic chemistry was taught by Indian professor. Very difficult to understand. Even though his name also Ram Sharma. I still remember. I got C. Because I couldn't understand. Yeah. Oh, I want to hug you. Yeah. Endorphin. What is endorphin? The thing that makes you laugh. Endorphin. So I'm going to give you one example of endorphin. This is the last video. Huh? Okay, this is a marriage in Indonesia between the bride and the bridegroom and the bride. She was very happy. Yeah, this is endorphin. So this is my last slide. So you have to develop this hormone that you have to, even not too serious. Even though mathematics is serious, but you don't have to be serious. You have to be fun in order to enjoy the subject, especially the difficult subject. Thank you very much for your listening.
Does anyone have any queries?
No question. Because everybody are hungry. No question.
Okay, so I want you all to return to the hall by 2:15. We have our lunch ready on the first floor. And now before we'd like to hand over the token of love to